Hey everybody, it's your girl Kas The Bestie, and we're back here with a new stream today. So today, wait, before I even get started, let me make sure the sound is on. Okay. So now we can really get into it. So today we're going to be talking about manifestation and attraction. So a lot of the times we hear people talking about don't chase, attract. We're attracting things to us. But we have to understand what it really means to truly attract something to you. You see, we sometimes want to attract things to us that we might not be ready for yet. And that is where I come in. So when I was younger, when I was trying to become who I am today, I used to watch so many different people online. People who used to tell me, how to get a high value man, or how to operate in a way where you could become a billionaire and things like that. You listen to all of these different podcasts or all these different people, but then you really don't understand that in order for you to be able to cultivate the same existence as that person, you have to actually be able to live the same way as that person does. Now, when I say this, that doesn't mean you have to be a carbon copy. I'm saying that you have to have the mental capacity to take on the things that you're looking for. And you also have to have it within yourself to make sure that you're able to maintain it. Now, let me start by saying this. When you are looking for something, for example, when you want to be with somebody, say if you're perfect person, you want them to be a kind, you want to be them to be a good listener, you want them to be caring, you want them to be generous, you want them to be all of these different things. You have to first embody those things within yourself in order for you to get those from somebody else and be able to maintain it. Because if not, it's going to be an unequal relationship. It's going to be unequal give and take. It'll be like one person is doing more energetically, regardless if it's just in a form of money or if it's in the form of energy. That is like you doing something for somebody or you being there for somebody. It has to be balanced. So I can tell you, this is my first example, right? There was a period of time that I wanted to, this has been my toxic era, you could say. I wanted to be in a relationship with somebody who was, they had their life together. I wanted somebody who was established, was able to, take care of me. This is the way I think. And I was literally like, okay, I'm just gonna go out. I'm gonna attract this. I'm gonna attract this. Yes, you can attract this, but in that point in time, my mindset was not wired to be with somebody who one had more than me, or two simply has had more experience in life than me. So in my mind, I'm going into this situation with happy go lucky. I'm just like, yes, everything's going to happen for me. You don't take reality into consideration when you're trying to attract things. You have to be able to vet it. You have to have the ability to discern what opportunity is good for you and what opportunity is not. What is what you're looking for and what is not. That's why we have to be very specific when it comes to manifesting the things that we want, because when we are attracting, you can attract things that you want. However, some things come with more than meets the eye. So if you want to attract somebody who is a generous person, you have to also know whether this person has the ability to care or love or other things in addition. You can't just solely focus on finances when you're trying to cultivate a relationship for yourself that's going to be mutually beneficial between you and another party. You have to be able to understand that there's more that comes with it than just money. There's more that comes with it than just stability. There's more that comes with it than just protection. There's more that comes with it than just a house and kids. It's more than that. It's the fact that you have to be able to coexist with somebody. Imagine you thinking that this is somebody that you want to be with for the rest of your life, and you don't even know if this person has that same type of outlook on life. So that's the reason why we have to make sure that we understand properly what we're looking for when we're manifesting. For example, job opportunities. I'm a musician. I also like to do spoken word, but I'm not going to just take any opportunity for me to go and perform my music, because me taking any opportunity is going to lead me in a direction that I could possibly not want to go in. So say if you are someone who makes a specific genre of music, you're not gonna, if you're making hip hop music, you're not gonna go and try and perform at a rock club, because it's not going to be the same type of crowd. It's not the same type of energy. It's not the opportunity for you. That's just saying, that's just to say that not every opportunity is your opportunity. Not every opportunity is for you. So that's why it's important for us to understand when we are manifesting that, yes, some things can come in and look like what we want, but it's us having our discernment that we're able to decipher whether that's something that truly is going to help us in our life, help us build us to be who we want to be, help us cultivate this dream life that we want for ourselves. When you think about the life that you want for yourself, you have to think about all parts. What would make you feel comfortable? Where do you see yourself in your old age? Where do you see yourself with somebody? What kind of activities would you partake in? What type of relationship would you like to have with somebody? What kind of friends do you want to have around you? What kind of events would you like to have in your life for you to even feel like you're happy? These are the things we have to think about, because if not, we can simply manifest something in and then let the manifestation take us along on their journey versus it helping build the journey together. Got to make sure that we are the ones who are manifesting, and we are making sure that the manifestation is also able to work with what we're already manifesting for ourselves in life. For example, if you are trying to build a career and you are out there in the public, you want to be with somebody who also carries themselves in a way that's not going to harm who you are, harm your image, or harm what you got building in your life. You want to make sure that the person or the people that you have around you can also support the dynamic that you're already trying to build. You don't want somebody coming in, reversing all of the hard work that you're putting into yourself because they are somebody that you care about. It'll become a conflict of interest at that point. It becomes a situation where you have to decide, is it going to be me or is it going to be you? And the less people or that you have in your life that are going to put you in that position, the better. Because the people in your life should never make you choose between yourself and your dreams and your goals and them. While they should be able to help you. They should be able to help you build. And even if they can't actually physically help you build, they shouldn't be taking anything from you, like creativity, without being able to put that love or feelings back into you. They have to be able to equally reciprocate this energy, because if not, it's just going to be draining and you're going to feel like a lack inside of your life. And it's because you're giving out your energy and that energy is not being replenished. And you can only give yourself so much energy, especially when you already have to give so much energy out. We have to go to work, and you have to exert energy while you're at work. You have to go to school, you have to exert energy while you're in school. You have kids, you have to exert energy taking care of your kids. It's a whole bunch of energy that you have to give out. So you need to make sure that when you are putting your energy into things, that you're being intentional, because if not, your energy can be taken and it can be just used for whatever anybody else wants to use it for, or even just gone to waste. So when you're able to better understand, okay, my energy is important, I'm important, I love myself, and I deserve to have the life that I want, then you're able to see, okay, well, the people in my life, do they want that for themselves? If the people in your life don't even want their lives to be happy, or they don't care to do things to make their own life happy, that's a big indicator that they're not going to be on the same path as you. While it's not important for you to control how everybody moves, you don't have to control. What you need to do is just understand and peep and see that, hey, this is not going to be conducive to what I'm building. And that's okay. That is okay. Sometimes people are in different life paths. Some people are meant to do certain things. Some people are meant to live certain ways. And you're meant to meet certain people sometimes to help you grow in certain ways. It's all in how you look at it. If you use the opportunity to, if you use the opportunities that you get, that even whether they're good or bad, even if there's situation that you're put in for bad, use those so that you can elevate yourself. Then you're able to put yourself in a better position. You know, when you go through bad things, it just shows you, okay, I went through that bad thing, but now I know how I got in that bad situation, and I know exactly how to never get put back in that bad situation again. I understand what I need to pay attention to so that I don't have to get back in that bad situation. I can see what led up to me getting into that bad situation. It's just taking a look back and, you know, doing a little bit of introspection. We all have to introspect because introspection helps you grow. It helps you become the person that you want to be. Well, when I was younger, I used to be out there crazy. I used to be doing the craziest thing, making noise everywhere. I used to be out with my friends, walking down the streets. I used to love going through the city and just, you know, talking to people. And I used to meet strangers all the time. And back then, I was just all over the place because I didn't have any direction. I didn't see where I was supposed to be headed. I didn't have that path already filled out for me. Some people already have a path filled out for them that they could possibly walk on, and they have the opportunity to choose it. The example that I can give you guys of that would be if you grow up in a family and everybody in your family is doctors, and you already know the path to become a doctor. The people in your family, they've done it so many times that your turn is going to probably be the easiest. And you could possibly either take that route as well, or you can do something else with your life. It's all what feels right within you. But if you've never seen somebody walk a path before, it's gonna feel hard. It's going to feel difficult because you've never seen it for yourself. You were never able to see anybody do this. So now that you see that you want to do something, whatever this path is, it's whatever you make it. Whatever you want it to be is what you make it. But you have to understand that when you're building your own path, you have to remember what the purpose of the path is, where you're going. It's like the same thing as when I think of sometimes when I walk down the street, I've always been taught to walk like you have somewhere to go. And there's sometimes that people, they walk like they have nowhere to go. And that's because they don't really want to go there, or they don't have anywhere to go, or they would rather not get there so fast. Like, you know, it's all about the perception. But if you understand, okay, I have to go here, and that's regardless of whether I want to go there or not, I have to go there, then you're gonna pew and get there as fast as you can. You don't even have to run. You could just walk, but you'll still get there faster than somebody who is trying to distract themselves from getting there. So pay attention and be intentional, because when you're trying to manifest, it's important what your mind's on. If your mind is on negativity, then you're going to be experiencing negativity. Like, you're going to experience that reality because that's where your head is. If you believe that, yeah, even though bad things might happen, you're still on the way, you're still on the journey, or you're still on the path, you're still growing, it's not as bad as if you think, oh, I'm stuck in this moment. This is going to be my life forever. Like, it's not going to be forever. Things change. People change. Feelings change too. Never. Oh, wait, hold on. Never thought the situation would have changed you. Okay, Drake. Yes, that was key. Because when you're thinking about changing, the people around you, they're not going to see it as, they're either going to see it as good, or they're going to see it as bad. And the only reason they'll see it as bad is because it affects it affects their existence. It affects who they are. It affects who they believe they are. And if you go decide to be yourself, it will take away from who they are. And now they have to go and discover themselves. And that's just okay. That's just how life goes. Sometimes we have to separate. Sometimes we have to grow. We have to expand. We have to live different experiences. Do you want to live the same experience every single day forever? Is what you're doing right now so good that you can live it forever? If it is, then keep doing it, I swear. But if not, then you might as well figure out what feels good to you, what feels right to your heart, what feels good to your soul. Because when you do that, you're able to build the life that you want for yourself. Tap into your inner child. When you were a child, what did you used to do the most? What type of things did you used to participate in? What used to spark your interest? What used to make you happy? And I'm not talking about candy. I'm talking about things that truly made you happy from the inside. There's some people when they were younger, they thought that they could be a superhero. Well, superheroes do exist. It's not that it has to be somebody who's flying. It's not that somebody has to be knocking down buildings or shooting people to stop the bad guy. Sometimes being a superhero is just being your own savior, being the person who the people who are next to you can look up to. Sometimes being a superhero is being the one who can take that charge that other people are not willing to take. Sometimes you can just do things that people don't understand, but it's all in how you describe it for yourself. I say it all the time. There's a million ways to look at things. That's because, one, it came from that phrase. There's a million ways to skin a horse. Oh, wait, is that how they say it? To skin a cow? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. There's a million ways that you can get a job done. And there's a million ways that you can look at a situation as well. You don't only have to see it and through the way of it's being done to you, something is victimizing you or making you feel hurt. You can actually use it so that it can empower you. Looking at things from different perspectives gives you the ability to see yourself in a new light. You don't have to make yourself dim down. You have a bright light, you have to shine it. If you have something within yourself that you need to share, then you need to share it. It doesn't matter what people think that you can do in your life, because at the end of the day, it's not about what you can do or how far you can make it. It's about you doing something that makes you feel good on the inside. It's about you doing something that makes you feel good no matter what. If you're able to express yourself and just live your life happily without anybody telling you how to feel, anybody telling you what to do, anybody telling you, hey, that's not right, and then you feel free. You have that sovereignty within yourself over your own life so that you can build whatever you want to build. But if you have people trying to dull you and dim your light, then it's going to take from you. It's going to take your creativity. It's going to stop you from being able to get into that flow state, stop you from being able to build things that are unseen to the world, because people want you to be just like them because they don't know who they are. But that doesn't have to be you. You can be exactly who you've always meant to be. Who you were always meant to be. I'm sorry. Because it's just how you want to live your life. It's all about you. And it's not selfish to make your life about you, especially if you're a person who's been a selfless person. When you're a selfless person, you need to learn the art of being selfish, because being selfless can be to your detriment. It can cause you to take away from your own life force to the point where you literally could cease to exist because you're giving so much of yourself that it's like a lack of respect for yourself, a lack of love for yourself. And sometimes we really have to think of it like that. I used to think like, how can I not help somebody? How can I not do this for somebody? How can I not be there for somebody? It's the same way that those people cannot be there for you. It's the same way that those people, when you need help, they will not reach out to you. It's the same reason that when you need somewhere for you to go, you cannot go to them. It's that same thing. People will want you to do for them what they would never do for you. In order for them to in order for you to prove to them that you're caring, that you love them. But sometimes when you love somebody, it's not always about just giving somebody something. You don't want to have to just give somebody something and then them give you love back. That makes it transactional. And unconditional love, it's different. Unconditional love is given with no, excuse me, it's given with no, oh, excuse me. It's given with no strings attached. And in order for you to comfortably give unconditional love out to somebody, you need to be able to understand the difference between somebody who only can see love in a transactional way and somebody who can see love unconditionally. Okay, let me take a drink. if you are able to find somebody who can see love unconditionally, that is a blessing, because there's many people out here who just don't know what love is because they've never experienced love. If you've never experienced love, you will never be able to give that love out to somebody else. You'll never be able to accurately have that situation with somebody else because you don't know what it is for yourself. And that's why I believe when you grow older, when you become an adult, it's important. It's very, very, very important for you to act like you are your own caretaker at this point. Yes, you move out your parents' house. Now you are your guardian. You are the person who provides and protects yourself, regardless if you have another person in your life or not. You still protect, love, and guide yourself, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to lead you in the direction of where you want to go? Because people don't know what's in your head. And if they do know what's in your head, that's because you told them. So if you tell somebody, okay, this is how I feel, this is what I want for my life, and they take that information and they decide to not do anything with it, or they take something, or they can try to take it and try to diminish it, that shows you, it's a large indicator that indicator is a large indicator that they are not going to be helping you go the direction you want to go. So that's why it's important for you to find what direction you want to go before you even start trying to look outside of yourself. Because once you start heading your direction, you'll find people who are either heading your direction or they were heading your direction and they're veering off. It's like you'll find people who are on their own paths, and whether you'll see if somebody's on the same path or at least on something parallel to yours, where you're headed the same direction, you didn't have the same starting point. You'll find somebody like that, but you have to be able to be comfortable with being alone and being with yourself first. Because if not, you will literally, it's like you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. You wanna fall for anything? Do you wanna have your life be subjected to what somebody else gives you? What somebody else wants for you? Unless that is going to make you happy, I wouldn't even settle for that. And I'm not talking about just happy as in somebody's giving you money, somebody's giving you bags, somebody's giving you like monetary things. I'm talking about you need to be with somebody who feeds your soul. You need to be next to somebody who feeds your soul, period. Because in order for you to build something for your life, you have to go into these type of spaces. And one thing I think about is when they say a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. And the reason why is because when you have somebody and they are your match and you guys are in that headspace where you guys can build, you guys can create together, you guys together, you create more. You create abundance because it's like a mixture of the energies. So when you're mixing your energy with people, you have to see, does this person got that good energy or does this person's energy stink? Is this person's energy garbage? Is this person's energy just toxic? Is this person's energy going to make me go into the upwards trajectory, or is it going to make me go down? Because when you're with somebody who you're not supposed to be with, let me tell you, you can get real ugly. And I'm not talking about like just on the outside. You can get ugly from the inside to the out. It's like they try to rot you. They will literally rot you from the inside out if you let them. And that's why you can't be, it's like that important. You cannot be with somebody who is like not like who's not in the same mindset as you. And mindset I'm talking about, I'm like the type of person who I'm happy. I want everybody to flourish. I want blessings in everybody's life. I want to be able to create and build stability and create a legacy, etc., etc. But if I was to get with somebody who they're okay to be in the position that they're in, they're still playing around with energies that are not good for their life. They're still investing in things that are going to bring their financial position down. If I align with that energy, it's like an energy that's going down coming to an energy that's going up, and you're just like, it comes to the middle. It's like, no, it's like, psyche, you're coming down with me. It's like, yeah, you thought you was going up, you're going down. So if you continue to give your energy where it doesn't serve you, then it's going to put you in that position for you to be stuck. You're going to be stuck in a position where you have to be like, dang, I'm too deep in this. How do I get out of this? How do I escape? Escaping! The prisoners, they're escaping! Like, it'll really be like that. It'll be like, dang, I gotta free myself. My soul is being stolen from me. It can really get that deep, and that's what happens when you feed into things that are not in your highest good. The things that are going on for you that are in your highest good are going to put you in a position where you can flourish, where you can become so much more. When I was in the past settling for less, I was dealing with situations where I was literally encountering people who wanted to abuse me. And that was because I didn't have that love within myself to say, okay, yes, while I love to give love out, while I want to have while I want everybody else around me to feel good about themselves, and I want them to have the same feeling as me, I had to recognize that what I was giving my love to was like pouring water into a cup with a hole in the bottom. The love was going in, it was filling them up until it went down and went down and went down and went down. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm trying to get my love cup up. I'm trying to fill my cup up, because when you are in a relationship, you have to equally pour into each other, unless you're going to be pouring into yourself. If nobody's pouring into you, you're just going to be taken away from you. You're going to be just depleted, energy drained. You're not even going to look like the same person anymore. People are going to look at you like, what happened to you? That's what a toxic relationship will do to you. That's what an unhealthy relationship will do to you. That's what being with somebody who's not meant for you will do to you. Sometimes we literally only meet people so that we can learn who we are, and so we can learn what we deserve. If you say that you want to be put in a position, right, like you want to be married in the future, you want to have a husband who's faithful, caring, loving, provider. You want all of these things. Or a wife, on the other hand, too. If you want a wife who is caring, she takes care of you, she takes care of the household, she makes sure you and your kids are good. You have to be able to help that person also. It's like you can't just expect somebody to come to you with all of this on the table and then you just take it and take it and take it. You have to be able to appreciate what's being given to you so that you understand what needs to be given of you. Also, it has to be equal reciprocity. If somebody can help you get out of, bad feelings, can love you, trauma bond with you, handle your emotions, you have to be able to feed that love back into them, period. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're a man. Either way, both sides, it has to be equal, because if not, it's going to be a draining situation. How can you take care of yourself if you're being drained by another person? And even if it's a job, how can you take care of yourself if you're being drained by a job? If you go to work and you're not getting anything out of it, you're just losing your essence, you're losing your energy, you're giving all your energy to people who don't even care to see you. It's not even worth it. And then you're barely getting anything back. No. You have to understand what you're worth. You have to understand what your value is. And a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, high value, high value, high value. But they don't understand what it is to be high value. Because being high value means that you can bring value to your own life. You can do for yourself, and you will be perfectly fine. When you go into other people's lives, you also bring in happiness, you bring in stability, you bring in things that will make a person's life good as well. So when you consider yourself to be a high value person, it's because you can help somebody overall have a good life too, just as much as if they're high value person can do for you. So that's the reason why it's important. They like to talk about these things, but they don't like to really talk about what goes into it. Yeah, you can say, "Oh, I'm a high value person because I have this and I have that and I have this and I have that." But what type of person are you on the inside? If you're not a good person on the inside, you're not a high value person. I'm sorry. A high value person all knows how to move in any type of environment, and it's not it's not talking about, oh yeah, you can go into a room and you could command people to do. No, it's being whole within yourself. It's like, I know myself, I know who I am, I know what I bring to myself. So I know that if I leave out this situation, there's going to be a lack here, there's going to be something missing here, there's going to be something that you're going to be searching for after I leave. That's what happens when you have high value. But if you can literally not, if you can't give yourself that fullness, that wholeness within yourself, then you can't expect somebody else to either. That's why it's important for us to be full within ourselves, especially if we want to manifest, if we want to attract the things that we want in our lives. If not, we're only going to be attracting in things that we think are going to supplement who we already are. And who you already are is enough. And even if you don't feel like it's enough right now, the fact that you're trying to build, the fact that you're trying to grow, the fact that you're trying to become is enough. That makes it enough. Because there's people out there right now who don't care. They would rather not. They would rather just sit in all of the pain and all of the hurt, and they would rather not help themselves. And helping yourself, it's hard. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not something that you can just get up and say, I'm gonna help myself. But it's something that you understand. I gotta help myself, because if not, who is? It's having that understanding for yourself, knowing that, okay, I do have to become strong in order for me to overcome this, so I can get past this, so that I can grow from this, so I can never have to see this circumstance ever again. So when I go out into my life, the opportunities and the life that I'm building for myself, the life and the people who come into, the people who come into my life are going to be what I need in my life to help me grow also. But it's not going to be from a perspective of, I don't have this. It's going to be from a perspective of, I've already helped myself grow to as far as I could possibly grow. And now I'm with people who also have done the same thing. And we're together, all whole, building more. Because if you are with people who are not whole, you guys cannot build. It's like you're building one person. It's like a group of one. It's like you're trying to be a whole bunch of people supplementing so that you could be one whole person together. But when you separate, you're not who you are. You're not what you do. You're not who you think you are. So that's why it's important for you to become whole. And becoming whole, you might think, okay, what is becoming whole? Becoming whole is being able to be alone with yourself. Is for being able to not be codependent on somebody else's opinions, feelings, or what they want for your life. Not being codependent on having somebody else in your life. You can do things alone. You can be by yourself sometimes. You don't have to be around other people. You don't have to run an errand with somebody. You can go and do what you need to do in your life. You can build the dream that you want for your life without somebody else. That's what being whole is. You can make yourself happy, but without anybody else. It's you being able to give yourself love and be like, oh yeah, I'm beautiful. I know I'm handsome. I know I look good. I look good today. My foot is eating. It's knowing that you could walk in a room and be okay without anybody around you knowing you. Is you being able to do things and just be like, oh, this is the experience I'm going to experience, regardless if somebody's with me or not. I'm going to live my life. That's what being whole is. When you do what you want to do, and you are also caring about what's going on in your future and what's going on with you right now. Because what happened in the past, it's already happened. It's already gone. You can't resurrect it unless you want to. You can go through a new cycle. You could literally repeat the past with a new person. If you don't learn through go through your lessons and learn them, because it'll just be you in the same mindset with another person. So ultimately, it'll end up the same way. Even if you are trying to have it go a different direction, it's not because you don't want it to go the right way. It's because one, who you are in that moment, it still goes for the same things the person who you used to be went for. So the person who you are today has to stand on big business, has to know, okay, yeah, nobody's going to be putting me in any position that I don't want to be in. I'm not going to be dealing with that situation because no, that doesn't make me happy. That doesn't feel good to me. I can't smile when I'm there. I can't laugh when I'm there. I can't be myself when I'm there. You know, just be comfortable being yourself, and then you'll understand what truly works for you. Excuse me. They call those a spiritual burp. A spiritual burp. But anyway, if you don't like follow yourself, your inner knowing, it's like if you don't like to dig through the trash, you wouldn't be digging through the trash, right? So why would you settle for doing something that you don't like doing in your life? It just make it the equivalent of digging in the trash. That's all you have to do is reprogram your own mind and tell your mind, hey, this is like digging in the trash. Sometimes you really just got to trick yourself. Even if you're right then and there, you're feeling like, oh, I'm so hurt. Oh. It hurts. Cry if you need to. But when you're done crying, think about whatever that thing is and think about how many ways it can be compared to trash. Like, when I want to get over somebody in a relationship, all I do is I think about all of the red flags. I'd be like, oh yeah, here are all the red flags you skipped. Because that's how I used to be. Like, I would literally skip all the red flags because I thought, well, I'm not any better than anybody. Like, I'm not better than anybody. So it's like, why would I look at that person like they're less than me? Like, why would I look at them like where, even though they are not in the same, like, they're not in the same position as me, why would I look at them as less than? When me and them can have the same type of conversations, we both have the same intellectual mind. Sometimes people are just spiritually further than other people because they are doing more introspection than another. Some people are less spiritually inclined, which is they know themselves less, because that's all a spiritual journey is. It's a journey with self so that you can discover yourself. So when I was in these past moments, I used to think, I'm not more than this person. Like, why would I like not talk to them? And then it's like, it dawned on me. It's not that not that you're better than somebody. It's just the fact that you are more spiritually inclined. And in addition, being more spiritually inclined makes you more mature than somebody else. So when you're more mature than somebody, you need somebody who is either on your maturity level or higher, because if not, they're going to seem childish to you. The problems that are problems to you are not going to seem like problems. They're going to seem like bigger problems to them, but their problems are probably not even problems to you at all. They're going to be like huge problems to them, and you're going to have to help them regulate their emotions. And it's not that it's a problem that like somebody else needs to grow, but it's that you're not responsible to make people grow or help people grow or teach people to grow. Somebody has to grow on their own, and it's only going to be through them coming to the realization on their own that they need to grow. You could tell somebody all you want till you're blue in the face that they need to grow. Like, you need to grow up. When people used to tell me I need to grow up, I used to take that as a joke. I'm childish because I have access to my inner child, but I'm not childish in the sense of life. I'm very much an adult. I'm very much mature when it comes to life, because I understand that there's repercussions that come with not being able to be mature in your own life, not being able to take care of your own self. So when you are able to take care of yourself, you have to be able to find somebody who can also take care of themselves. And it's like, sorry that they can't get into the club. Like, I'm sorry you can't get into the club yet because you're not old enough. Like, you don't have the mental capacity yet to truly understand what it takes to be with somebody and want to build. So that's what it is. It's like you have to make sure that what you're attracting when you're manifesting, really, it all has to line up. Everything has to line up. It all has to make sense, because if it doesn't make sense, it's not going to go together, and it's not going to manifest what you want to manifest. If you go to McDonald's thinking, oh yes, I'm gonna get one of them. I'm gonna get one of them Hershey cream pies. I'm gonna get a Hershey cream pie at McDonald's. It don't matter how much you try to manifest that. It doesn't matter how much you try to manifest a Hershey cream pie at McDonald's, unless somebody drops it on the floor because they were already eating it. That's the only way you're gonna find it. And that's what you gotta think of. Like, oh my God, why am I finding this Hershey cream pie at McDonald's in the first place? Isn't that suspicious? Isn't that suspicious? Isn't that suspicious? So that's the things we have to think about. Like, why would you find this in your manifestation if it's nothing like what you want for your life? Like, oh, it's gonna one day become that. If it doesn't show you that it's gonna become that right now, like if it's already not, if the wheels are not already turning without you sparking them, I wouldn't suggest you thinking that it's going to turn into that, because it's not. It's not going to happen. It's not. And I'm telling you, you will waste your life. You will waste your life if you sit there and wait. Just don't wait for anybody to be on your type of time. Just get on your type of time, and when they catch up, they're gonna catch up. They'll catch up if they catch up. It's not your responsibility to be like, all right. You holding on my hand? You holding on? You got the rope? You got it? You grab the rope. Like, you know how much time that took me to do that? If you just focus on, okay, I'm gonna walk, and anybody who wanna come behind me, or anybody who wanna walk next to me, cool. We walking together. We doing this head held high. Great spirits, doing what we need to do. Flourishing. It makes it easier than if you have to sit there and be like, oh my goodness, am I the line leader? Okay? Like, the only people who you should be line leading is children. People who don't have, or even people who never had that. Like, if somebody truly wants your help, they will go to you and they will ask you, and they will be in depth about what they need help about. But if not, let it fly. Let it fly, because time is too valuable. Time is too valuable. Time is the only thing that you cannot buy more of. You can even buy more money on the foreign exchange market. Like, you can buy more money. You can't buy more time. You can't buy more life. Like, who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow? So you gotta live today. You gotta live right now. You gotta do what you gotta do today, or even tomorrow. But start sometime. Do what feels right to you. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be in whatever position somebody else wants for you. And I don't want that for you. I want you to really flourish. I want you to grow. I want you to be the best version of you. Even if you don't need to grow, I want you to just be as happy as you can possibly be. I want you to be the happiest in your life. And if there's anything that's obstructing you from becoming happy, I want you to get it out of here immediately. Because if not, it's going to trap you in a box. You know, do you deserve that? Is that what you deserve? I don't know. I think of myself, you have to think of yourself highly. You know, think of yourself on a level of, don't think of yourself just because you went through stuff, or you experienced stuff, or you even did stuff yourself. Don't think that you have to feel bad about yourself. It's all learning opportunities. It's all opportunities to grow. At any moment, somebody can choose to change. At any moment, somebody could choose to grow. At any moment, somebody can choose to be all they could be. All it takes is having the thought. Because if you can think it, it can happen. And you just have to make sure that you stay in that mindset, that you keep telling yourself, actually, this is what I want to do. You have to literally do reinforcements. That's what they do for children. And that's why I said you have to become your own guardian as you get older. Because when children exhibit bad behaviors, they say, and it does work, to redirect them. Redirect their behavior and have them do a different activity. So they know, okay, if I'm doing this and this is not good, let me redirect myself and do something else so it can take over that habit. So that habit can get out of here. If you're gonna continue to do the same habit, you're not going to be able to see past it. You have to be able to say, okay, I know this isn't good for me. I know it's not good for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to go do something else. Something that's going to make me feel better. Something that's going to make me do better. Something that's going to make me grow. It's like, you know how much time you can waste doing things that are unnecessary? When you have a lot of time that you could be putting into something that's going to make you happy or grow. Or something that's going to make your dream life come true. Like, if you're a musician, sometimes we get writer's block. Because I know I'm a musician. I also get writer's block. But sometimes you just need to go and do something else. Like, go on a walk. Go get some inspiration. Look somewhere else. Or just clear your mind. Do some meditation. That's my favorite thing to do. I love to meditate. I love to pray. I love to talk to God. I love to talk to my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, because I know what guides me, my inner knowing within myself. I also, you have to talk to yourself. It's called positive self-talk. You know what they say? And this is why I say, they try to make it seem like manifestation, attraction, spirituality is all crazy talk. But they teach about the metaphysical in school. That's the reason why they have all of these different types of departments of science. They have all these different types of breakdowns of, they got philosophy, they got all this. In all of these classes, they literally talk about these different aspects, spirituality, the different practices of people. They don't denounce it just because they don't see people doing it in their everyday life. They just pointed out there that, hey, this is what people do. Inside of my psychology class, we literally, my first discussion board, we spoke about what is ESP. They know that there is real, like, they know that spirituality is real. They just don't want other people to know that, because then other people are going to start tapping into their energy, tapping into their own power, tapping into their own self. And it's only when you know who you are that you know what your true gifts are. Because the gifts that you have, they're within you. They're enmeshed into you. They're a part of you, who you are as a person. But you can't decipher it because there's so many people around you who they have similar traits, but it's not, it's like if you know something exists, right? That's what you're going to think of it as, right? You're going to think of this as this because that's your only reference. Say if you are not a Caribbean, or you've never tried any Caribbean food, if you see a plantain, you're most likely going to think it's a banana because you've never seen a plantain before. You wouldn't know that it's a plantain. So because you never experienced that before, you'll never see it in that way because you don't have anything to reference it to. You don't have anything to say, oh, that's what that is. But once you understand, oh, that's what that is, then you'll have a way to reference it. Then you have something to call it. Then you have something to identify it as. That's the same way as like when people are going through like mental health and things like that. Not mental health, I'm sorry, when people have like certain disabilities, I'm saying like if you have like ADHD or like autism, because I am a neurodivergent person, but I was never diagnosed. I just have all of the traits. But let me tell you this, it's the fact that I never was diagnosed with these things that I was never put into like any type of box that society had for me, because society creates these things and tries to make it seem like it's something to hinder you instead of something that can truly be seen as a superpower. When you have ADHD, like I know I personally got ADHD because I have a lot of energy. My mind moves on a lot of different things at once. I have a lot of it. But the thing is that I can use it to my benefit. I can use it because there's a lot of moments where I can hyper focus on things. And that's a superpower in itself, because when you hyper focus on things, you literally can go for hours and hours and hours. That's how I was creating music, is because I can hyper focus. I get in that serious flow state when I'm creating music, especially when I'm doing it punching in. I just go next, 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 next. When you reach that flow state, it's like, and then you can keep going. But if you don't, if you don't have that knowing within yourself, if you don't have that knowing that you can use it to benefit you versus for it to stop you from doing the things that people are trying to fit you into society to do, then you recognize, oh shoot, the reason it's not working is because it wasn't meant to fit that way. It wasn't meant to fit in that box. It's not meant to go into that. It's like a puzzle piece. If you're a person who likes to be creative, you don't like to be put into a box, you don't like to be tamed, you don't like to be controlled, you don't like people telling you how to be. Sometimes you have to create something yourself, or you have to go in a direction where you can have more creative freedom, you have more liberty to be yourself, because other directions are going to keep you stifled. It's going to keep you trapped. It's going to make you feel like it's not you being you. That's why it's important for you to just truly stick to who you are. Truly, because that's how you make your true manifestations come to fruition. You can create an opportunity for yourself to get to the opportunity that you're trying to manifest. It's like a domino effect. So when you're not seeing things right away come right to you, that's okay, because in due time it will come. But you have to make sure that the direction you're going on would end up leading you there. It's like you have to know that logically, if you were to take A plus B and plus C, you would naturally get to D. You have to know that. So whatever steps that you're taking, if this don't get to this, don't get to this, and this don't, you're not going to get to where you want to get, because it just don't even make sense. You have to make sure that it makes sense. It's like this, right? Say if you're a first-time driver, not even a first-time driver. Say if you're like when you were a teenager, before you even start driving, you in your head, you want to get a car and you want to be on the road. That's your manifestation. Okay. What do you need in order to get a car and get on the road? You need a permit, you need a license, and then you need a car. You can't skip the steps. I mean, you could, but like it's like gonna be like, all right, you're not gonna get the manifestation in the way that you want. It's not gonna have longevity because you're not putting in the actual effort to get what you want. So you go get your permit. So now you can practice driving. Now you practice your driving. Now you can go take your road test, so you can go get your license. You take your road test and you get your license. Now you can get a car. This is what you also got to think of. It comes into the financial aspect. You can't just assume, okay, yes, I go and do this is going to get me the car. No, it puts you in the position so you can get a car. It puts you in a position so you can drive the car. So now, if you're going to be like, your next thought is, okay, I need to be able to get a car. How can you get a car? Are you going to try to ask somebody for a car? Or are you going to try to work so that you can get a job? Work so that you can get a car. You're going to save up money so you can get a car. There's so many ways that you can do things so that you can get what you want. But it's all about doing what works for you, and also knowing what's the opportunity is going to suit you. So it's like you set yourself up for greatness, and then the opportunity can come in easier. But if you have so many steps in between, you're not going to be able to cultivate what you're trying to build. You're not going to be able to fulfill that manifestation. The manifestation is not going to come any easier. Like somebody can truly just if somebody can give you a car, but if you don't have your license so that you can get that car, you're not going to get it. You're not going to be able to keep it. You're not going to be able to have it. You're not going to be able to drive it. So it's like, if you want your manifestations to come in, you got to be able to build yourself to that point where that manifestation can live, so that it can stay, so that it can grow, so that it can be. But if not, you're not going to be able to keep it. It's only going to last so long. And that's the same way when I was saying earlier about how people, when they get into relationships with people, and they want to be able to have a certain lifestyle, but they themselves cannot maintain you can't maintain keeping this situation together. It's like, that's why it's like important for you to be intentional. It's important for you to know what you want. Because say if you get with somebody and they are very financially stable, but they're an asshole. They are an asshole. How can you maintain that? You have to figure out how to maintain that. And it's like, do you want to maintain that? And you have to end up forcing yourself to maintain that. And you know what that does? It takes away from you. You can't even enjoy it. You can't even be happy. You're like, oh, I manifested this, but it's like, I'm really not happy. So you don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to manifest somebody who's going to only make you feel good on the inside, but they can't also show up for you in other ways. If you're expecting somebody to show up for you, like in a financial way or even in an emotional way, you have to be able to understand that you have to be able to show up as well. You have to be able to give yourself in that way as well. And I'm not saying just give yourself to anybody. This is why we vet people. See, I know. When I was younger, we didn't talk about relationships in my family because relationships was like a taboo thing. They didn't want me to date anybody. They don't want their little princess dating anybody. They didn't want that. So they're not thinking, okay, let me set her up so that she can date somebody and find somebody good. It's like, let's keep her away from it. Now, that didn't really help because it just put me in a position where I didn't have any knowledge. I had to literally learn how to date by experience, and that was horrible. So that's why I get on here and tell people you have to vet people. It's important for you to vet people. Let me tell you that what's so fun to me now that I've had this within myself, that I know, like, okay, yeah, this is what I want out of a person. It's so much easier for me to shut something down because I can see it before it comes. Like, for example, right? Somebody comes, if you're a person like me, I'm a very outgoing person. I'm very happy. I'm very exciting. I'm very fun. I like to dance. I like to converse with people. I'm not quiet, but I'm also an introvert. I have my moments. I have balance. There's duality within me. But I'm one of those people who I am very outgoing. So if I go and I'm trying to connect with somebody and they're showing me they're a very closed off, emotionally unavailable person, I'm not going to go and try to see if I can break them emotions open. No. You can keep them. I don't really need them. Because when you meet somebody who really wants to be that for you, they will give it to you. But they'll also not be love bombing you. You gotta know the difference between love bombing and somebody actually showing genuine interest. Love bombing more looks like, oh, you're so beautiful. Surface level stuff. And sometimes people can mirror you. And that's also love bombing. When people mirror you, it's like, I'm just like you. I know what you know. I love what you love. I do what you do. Let me tell you a trick. Just ask them how they feel about things without telling how you feel about things. Because then they could give their opinion to you. And then when you give your opinion back, and this is not something that you resonate with, they're going to have no choice but to expose that they are not the same as you. They don't see things the same as you. So that's a good way to see if somebody is mirroring you, because then you can catch them. It's like, oh, say if you're like a generous person. And you're just like, oh yeah. Oh, okay, wait, let me give you the example. You're a generous person and you're just like, I don't really like people who are, I don't like people who give too much of themselves. I don't really like people who give too much of themselves. And then they're just like, wait, no, that's what I'm saying. That's not what I want you to do. I apologize. Let's scratch that. I'm thinking in another place right now. But what I'm meaning to say is that ask them a question. So be like, oh yeah, how do you feel about people who are generous? And then they tell you how they feel. Give them the opportunity to tell you in their own words how they feel, so that they don't just feed off of what you're saying. so your vibe don't give them the vibe so that they can copy you, and then now you guys are in love. Like that's how people mirror you. They'll mirror you, like, and then eventually they'll stop mirroring you because they're like, finally got it, sealed it. I sealed the deal. This one's mine. But it's like you gotta also be detached. You gotta have not detached. You have to have detachment. You have to master that. The art of detachment. Because when you master the art of detachment, then you're not hanging on to the feeling of, oh, this person has to be the one. This one gotta be it. This is the last one. I will not be with another person after this. This person is forever. Like, you gotta be like able to be like, okay, I'm getting to know this person, and with that, I will understand them more, and then I will decide if we are compatible. Don't just say, oh, I meet this person looks so good. They're perfect for me. They're perfect for me. And because when you automatically think like that, you go into the situation and all the red flags, they start looking a little pink. They start looking a little cute. Like, all of a sudden, like, red's your favorite color. All of a sudden, you die on that hill. All of a sudden, I'll be here forever. See, it's like, no, don't get yourself trapped. Don't get yourself stuck in those situations, because it's like, it'll take from you. It'll be like, dang, now I gotta heal from this. And I'm telling you this because I've experienced a lot of things in my life. Now I have the ability to not have to experience them, because when you know better, you do better. And that's why you have to be able to know yourself. Because how can you do better if you don't even know yourself any better? Every single time you go through a situation with somebody that doesn't feel good to you, use that as an opportunity for you to know better. Like, wait, okay, boom, I recognize this. Eureka! All right, so boom, this person, they're very jealous. I don't like that. And this person's kind of, they don't really want more for themselves, so I don't like that either. Or this person, they don't like dancing, and I like to dance, so I don't really like that. So the next person that I get with, they have to like those things, because I already know with that person that I didn't like it. So now you're with this person, and now you know. Okay, that makes sense now. It's like you gotta build up all the qualities you like. The qualities gotta get deeper than the surface. It gotta get deeper than they can talk to you about stuff on social media. They could talk to you about money. They could talk to you about animals. Like, it's gotta be more than, oh, they could take me shopping. It gotta be more than that. It gotta be more. It gotta be more. It gotta be deeper. Because when things get deep, you're gonna be like, well, where's the depth? I need some depth. Help me. And that's why people tend to have so many other people in their lives to supplement. That's why people will be like, okay, I'm going to keep a roster. Because I'm going to have this person for this. 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 You're going to have all these people for what? You're taking away from yourself, because you got to feed into all those people. Instead of feeding into all those people, how about you figure out what kind of person you like, and then go and get to know people, and then decide. You don't have to keep people on a hook. You don't have to keep people sitting there chasing you. Like, maybe one day they'll be the one, but I'm going to just keep them here just in case. Just in case they become the one day. Then I'm going to go get him. Like, no, don't do that. It's just a waste of time. You know how many people are in the world? Wait, let's look it up right now. How many people are in the world? Well, there would be a lot more if they would stop, going to war. Okay, let's see. How many people are in the world? As of February 5th, 2026. Oh. Oh, hold on. I am on stream right now. I'll call you back, okay? All right. Bye. Okay. back to what I was saying. So, as of February 5th, 2026, the world population is approximately 8,272,858,500. That's a lot of people. There's way too many people to think that the 30 people that you know in your city could be the one. When there's literally 8 billion, at least half of them are men, at least half of them are female, at least a lot of them are children, so you can get rid of a lot of those people. But the thing is, you just got so many options. But at the same time, you don't got so many options. You have to know what's important for you, because not every option is the option you should be going after. Just because something look good don't mean you have to go after it, because if something looks good, you got to check the inside, you know. It's like you, okay, you know what, I would say it's like going to Canal Street trying to buy a bag that's real, but it's all fake. But a lot of people don't care anymore. It's not even about the bags. It's not even about bags. This is not about bags. This is about people. You go to a place knowing where everybody there is going to be fake, or everybody there is going to be on this specific type of energy. That's how these people act. And you go there expecting Prince Charming or a queen, an empress, an emperor. You're expecting this in this establishment. That's 1 in a million, baby. And if you do come across it, you gotta make sure that you cherish it, because sometimes people do get put in the wrong places at the right time for you to find them. But you can't, if you don't recognize what it is, you're gonna lose it. If you don't know what it is, if you don't know yourself, you're going to lose it, because it's like, dang, you can't even see you for you. So why would they see you for you either? Yeah, thank you guys so much for tapping in with me today. I want to say hey to you guys. You know, if you're in the chat right now, say hey, say hey, say hey. I really appreciate you being here right now. Thank you guys for the new subscribers that I have. Subscribe to me. Subscribe. And also, you know, leave me some messages in the chat. Like, talk to me. How is your day? If you're catching this right now on Twitch, thank you. I love you, boo-boo. And if you're catching this also on the YouTube recap, I love you too. Make sure you go and subscribe to me on Twitch so that you can get those latest updates, so that you can watch my lives while it's live. Also, follow me on all my socials, Kas The Bestie, KasTheBestie. And then, whoa. You know, it was a matter of time. It was a matter of time before I knocked the microphone over, because you know I do that every single video. Every single live stream, I knock over the microphone. So that must mean I'm spitting. My love. I'm spitting. So, but yes, what I was about to say was, you know, if you are ready to go and book your emergency meeting, head over to KasTheBestie.com, where I can talk to you about any problem that you have and help you work through it. See, I'm not a financial advisor. I am a spiritual advisor. I'm a spiritual healer. I'm somebody who helps somebody heal through problems so that they can grow past them, so that they can overcome. Sometimes we get stuck in situations because we're stuck in them. It's hard for us to see the bigger picture when we're in it. But once you come to me, I'll be able to tell you exactly what's holding you back so that you can move forward, so that you can elevate. And all you have to do is head to KasTheBestie.com, because you can book that emergency meeting right now. And also, if you're not ready, don't worry, because I'm offering free consultations right now. That's right, free consultations. You know, if it's free, it's for me. So you head over to KasTheBestie.com and you can email me, or you can directly email me at info@KasTheBestie.com. That's info, INFO, at KasTheBestie.com. And I will get your email. We can set up a time so that we can talk and see if my services will be good for you. In addition to that, you guys can also DM me on my socials because I'm on socials. I got TikTok, I got Instagram, I got Facebook, I got MySpace. No, sorry. I got Threads. So if you want to reach out to me on DMs instead of reaching out to me through email, that's perfectly fine too. Just let me know you want to book that free consultation and we can get to talking. It's really just a matter of you starting today. You have to when you want to do something, you really have to put yourself into it. Because once you got that momentum, once you have that idea, once you got that thought to do it, it's like, okay, now I got to go do it. Because if I don't do it, then I feel like I'm missing out on something. And this is something that I feel like is going to help you move forward. If you're stuck, I literally can give you one-on-one help. I can literally give you that help that's going to help you push past anything that's keeping you in that mindset, because a lot of the times it just takes another perspective. And that's what your girl Kas The Bestie is here for. I give you that 5D expanded expanded mindset. The mindset of this is unbiased. This is not about, oh, this person's right and this person's wrong. No, it's about what's good for everybody, what's good for the collective, what's going to make everybody happy. Because in the end, we are all connected. We all work together. We all have to live in the society that we're living in right now. And if we're going to do that, we might as well make sure that what we're doing it so that we can be happy, so that we can grow, so that we can be who we need to be, regardless of what anybody thinks about us. You know, there's things that people will do in their lives so that they can grow. But it's like when you have the wrong people around you, it's like, you're growing. Why would you grow? Or you're growing. Like, who do you think you are growing? How do you think you're all that? You think you're that girl? You think you're that guy? You think you're it now? You're Hollywood? You're this? You're that because you're trying to better yourself? I guess. If that's what you want to call it, you could be that too. Like, you could grow too. Don't care about what other people think about you. Because the more you care about what other people think, the more you give them your energy. It's like when you're on social media, right? And you see a post, and say that post just really grinds your gears. That post grinds your gears in just the worst way. It just makes you so angry. You can either give it your energy, you know. How dare you say that? Why would you even get on here and say that? You're trash. You ain't this. You ain't that. You don't know nothing. You're stupid. You don't know nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, do you see how much energy that just took out of me? That took so much energy. But it really did it because I just got a lot of energy. But that takes a lot of energy to really get on there and really get angry at somebody. And you know what you're doing? You're giving them your energy. And you know, especially if this person's an influencer or if somebody has their own platform, you're just giving them money. Like, you're giving them views. You're giving them what they want. They're sitting there like, okay, they're talking all this mess. And it's going to my pockets. Transmutation. Like, it's like, that's why we put our energy into better things. So if we see something online that bothers us, that makes us mad, makes us upset, I don't get upset at all at anything I see on social media. I'd be like, thank you for the contribution. Because truthfully, if I didn't get on here to argue with nobody, I just get on here so I can speak, so I can say what needs to be said, so people can understand what is going on around, so that they can make their lives better. I don't really care if somebody got a bone to pick with me about it. Go pick that bone over there. I can't even see it. Like, and you can't even see it. So if that's what I'm saying. So if it's vice versa, people coming to you with that type of energy too, or the other way around, you see that type of energy, just don't feed into it. Because you can literally take that and do something better. Imagine if you like to write. You could literally write a whole book with all the anger. Literally. Have you ever seen a mom get mad and just clean the whole house? It's like, put it into something that's going to help. Put it into something, cook a fire meal. Put it into something that's going to promote greatness for you, something that's going to help you grow and be something that's going to make you happy, period. Because that's the only thing that matters. I don't care if somebody tries to tell you you're not important. If somebody tells you you're not important, go to another room. Go somewhere else. Because they don't know you. It's like, you don't even know me like that. You don't even... You thought you ate? Give me that plate. Like, you thought you were doing something? You didn't. You didn't really do much. You didn't do much at all. All you did was exert your energy in my direction, and I can't smell it. I can smell it. Spikes. It's funky. Send it back. Return to sender. Return to sender that negative energy. Just move on with your life. And do you. Every single time somebody sends me negative energy, I just get cuter and cuter. Like, oh, imagine they didn't understand that. Like, imagine every time somebody did something or wanted something bad for you, that it just works out for you better. Like, so imagine if you were to put that energy into yourself. That's the thing. Like, people don't understand how strong and how potent energy is, especially when you know yourself, especially when you're whole. When you're whole, you're more confident, you're more ambitious, you're more in yourself. You know what exactly you want out of life. It's like, I'm gonna go get it regardless. So you're either gonna come with me or you're gonna move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Hold on. Lights out. I'm about to knock your lights out. It's like, can't even pick up the phone. You don't even know those numbers no more. You're a different person at this point. Manifestation and attracting things, it can be easier. It's just you have to understand the things that I spoke about today. When you understand that where your energy goes, what you think about, and what you put your time into is so important, then you understand, oh snap, I've been wasting time. I'm telling you, I started Kas The Bestie like, 3 years ago, at the end of 2023? And now I'm finally getting that traction that I wanted. I'm finally coming into myself as a creator, as a influencer. I'm actually being able to step into that. But you want to know what it took? It took me cutting off several ties, things that were keeping me stuck, period. And then as I was doing that, I even encountered people who also want to keep me stuck. And it was just reinforcements. It said, oh snap, it won't stop. I know it's gonna stop though. It's because all I had to do was recognize what I want for myself, so that I can make sure that the circumstances that I put myself in will be able to create a situation that's conducive for it to happen. Exactly. I appreciate you guys so much for watching me today. Thank you. Subscribe to my Patreon. I'm gonna be having new content dropping for you guys soon. Thank you guys so much. Put some K's in the chat. Put some K's for some Kas The Bestie in the chat. Put some hearts in the chat. If you're one of my followers, if you're one of my new subscribers, if you're gonna be one of my new besties, put a heart in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Whether you're catching this on the live or whether you're catching this on the recap, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. And I will be back with another video for you guys very, 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 very soon. Bye.